Hello guys, I'm Nihilism and welcome back to King Aegon's Conquest. Now we got some roses to pluck in this episode. The idiot gardeners decided to rise up against me for some reason. And that reason we know was a plot. So as I said in the next episode, we'll be merciful because Aegon also knows, as according to the event, that it was a plot. So Mern will pay, but his family will not. Once we inevitably win, because we have 16,000 men and dragons. And they have 20,000 men and no dragons. Fighting a losing battle when you have no dragons. It's just how it is. Oh, come on. That was the wrong button. Let's start, and do we need some more commanders, maybe? Battle of Lord Sept we've lost. Oh! Stupid. Yeah, it's Old Town. I always forget that I have control of Old Town in the beginning. So let's unpause and give myself new commanders. The Lord Commander, that's fine. And the Master of Durlin, that'll be cool. Edmund Gardner is currently under my control, and his relative, Mern Gardner, is currently opposing us. I'll imprison him. I will, because, well, he's the heir to the Reach, and also that's the entire reason we took him as ward, is so when they rose up, we could do this. So we'll imprison him. Does that give us the plus 50? It doesn't. It doesn't give us any modifier at all, but we have his heir in chains. I'll give him house arrest, but yeah, he will stay in dungeons, or I guess under house arrest, since his father's rebelling. After arriving in Erie, the first day of the tourneys began in earnest. You tilted against many lesser knights throughout the day, most of whom you unhorsed easily. Now in the coming days, the final rounds of lists begins, and the opposition shall surely be more fierce. See, this just shows how little Aegon cares about this rebellion, how confident he is that we're going to win. He's off in the Erie doing a tourney. Tourney Herald announces the competitors of the next joust have been drawn against Sir Wallace, a knight in the service of Lord Alaric Belmore. Interesting. The horses break into a gallop. As you close in, you see an opening. You deftly guide your lance into strike whilst evading the charge. Sir Wallace took the full bow of your lance and was sent reeling, but he managed to regain his balance. So I'll knock him off next time, I'm sure. Deftly guide my lance. Hit again. Oh! You and Sir Wallace collide fiercely, both lances shattering in a hail of splinters. You both ride on, still a horse, to the other end of the list to take a new lance from Squire. You notice Sir Wallace is now bleeding profusely from a wound, but he urges his mount on for another charge regardless, so he's wounded, and he's still going. Props to Wallace. He's still standing. Hit him again. And finally, he's sent flying from his saddle. We finally unhorsed a wounded man. Aegon's quite the knight. Stay there. Can I actually just send you there? Nestor Royce has unhorsed Sir Gawain. Okay, yeah, I'll just wait till these guys get there. Nestor Royce unhorsed Damon Upcliffe now, so he's doing well. And I've been drawn against Nestor Royce. Is this the final already? It seems it might be. I've only fought in one round, but this seems to be the final. The Tourney Herald announces the competitors of the next joust. You've been drawn against Lord Nestor Royce. You mount your charge and take a lance from your squire. He does so likewise. You deftly guide your lance into a strike whilst evading the charge. And I did it immediately on the first tilt. You've been declared the winner, defeating Lord Nestor Royce in a fine joust. So fine. Victory is mine. I've defeated all that have stood before me. All 2 people in what's supposedly a big tourney in the Erie. I guess it's wartime, so they kind of rushed it. No one capable of unhorsing me from my fine mount. I've claimed the winner's purse and the adulations of the gallery. Victorious. So here they come. Quickly marshal everyone over to King's Landing. There we go. You have all our men. So Aegon's finished his tourney, and he's flown over on Balerion to take command of the forces in King's Landing. Who would we take with us? We could take the heir to the north, Brandon Stark. Let's do that. I want Brandon to lead a flank with me. I don't expect we'll need many dragons, so I'll just take Visenya with me and leave Rhaenys kind of in charge of affairs, I guess. She's still doing Master of Laws things. which is fine. We'll make a move to Roseford, why not? See if they want to fight me there. Lord Ronald's turn is finally over, and it's now time to ride home, having competed gamely in the lists. No, they're backing away. Oh no, they're not. They're going for it. Okay. Where's Balerion? The enemy are beyond counting. The ranks reach beyond the horizon. Armor shining in the midday sun. Your dragon roars in eager anticipation. You cannot help savoring your victory. I don't think they're beyond counting. They're actually 1,400. Well, I read that wrong. I'm just gonna ignore it. Dracarys. It was 14,000. Lord Edison, Peak of Cockles, went to try to slay my dragon, and he failed. He's been back by the flames. He's become wounded. And look at that. There go the numbers. They're gone. Wow. There's no one to retreat. We slaughter them. Plus 50. Plus 61% in the Battle of Large Street. All he has left is these 9,000 men, and I'm gonna go after them too. Don't know where they're planning on going. Guess they're just attacking my little groups of allies. Look at that. Look at that. Happy the Rains have become loyalists. They gave the Lordship of Casterly Rock to the Lannisters of Lannisport. Interesting. Young Davin still rules in Casterly Rock, though. He's still a danger, still a threat when he has that many men. Your Grace, whilst investigating the rumor of a plot in King's Landing, I was attacked by armed thugs. I barely escaped with my life and am now severely wounded. Your humble hand, Lord Clarence Chelstead. So he's wounded. Sinister forces are definitely at work. It's turning colder and colder. The people of King's Landing can no longer work the fields. So we got a mild winter going on. That's interesting. Yeah, they are attacking. Oh, they won. Managed to crush my allies. They're going to Catswold now. Cut them off in Westbrook, maybe? Don't know how fast we'll be. Fairly fast, actually. Yeah, we'll be able to cut them off. 28 to the 6th moon. There you go. And Mern is here. Let's see if Mern can take on a dragon. Balerion. Dracarys. There you go. Mern didn't even try. He cowered before the dragon. They were slaughtered to the men, except of course Mern, who probably just ran away. Sir Quentin has some new ideas that are in direct contrast to your previous orders. No. How dare he question me? How dare you? How dare you? His son is unmarried. Can we marry you to someone? I like House Coharis. Nope, not her. Marry you to anyone else, maybe? Nope, not her either. Guess we can't marry them. Guess we have to burn down Highgarden now, huh? Look at this group of Crown loyalists. I am loving seeing the amount of men that are fighting for the king. Balerion. Oh, your enemies think they are safe on the other side of rock and mortar. Do the fools truly believe such petty defenses can hold back your fire? Balerion Dracarys. We didn't get the event, but we did take Highgarden. Have his family put into house arrest. So we'll take them all into prisons, and that'll be it. That'll be the end of the war immediately. So there we go. Enforced demands. We got a bunch of gardeners. He won't forfeit the reach, but I'll keep him in dungeons, and I'll deal with him. Can I have his head? I can. This is the second time you rebel, Mern. I can't be seen as weak. I am just. I am a just king. You rebelled to me twice. This time I must have your head. I won't feed him to my dragon. He's an old man. I don't necessarily want to do that. I'll just behead him. There you go. And his young son, Lord Edmund. Can he pay his ransom? He can't. He can't pay any ransom, so I'll release him. There you go. You can go back to Highgarden. I just released you. Leave. You're good. You're fine. You don't have to come back to my dungeons. You're fine. Let's see if they can actually pay for themselves. The wars between the great powers of the Iron Throne have subsided for now until the next time. Did they pay for themselves? Oh, there you go. That's a lot of money. I have the 8-year-old Mina Gardner, who's in house arrest, and Sir Gunthor, who I'm assuming no one wants to pay for. He's not doing bad. I'll reappoint the old council. Good enough. We have peace once again, people. It was a quick war, as I said it would be. What are you doing? Is Brindlewood rebelling? Oh, council power. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind that. Ronald Aaron is trying to have Robert Redford of Redford arrested, and now he's rebelling. You can deal with that, Aaron. And I hope it's not that big a war. Mina. So you can't pay for Mina. I guess he just doesn't want to pay for the old man. Probably. Paramount Harwin has provided me with evidence that Rainey's has been viciously slandering me. Harwin, you're a whore. She's my sister wife. Who am I going to trust in this scenario? Come on. Come on, dude. Stop trying to embarrass yourself. King Aegon Targaryen, I hereby invite you to participate in the Tourney of Storm's End, where the best knights and lords of Stormland shall be invited to compete. Interesting. A chance to prove my worth. For sure, for sure. Commanders. Who can I appoint? Torrin. And he's already... he's already making a mess of the Reach. He's trying to revoke titles. The first member of the Kingsguard has died. Lord Stefan Caron died clutching at his heart at 56. What a shame. Look, he's on the White Book already. Lord Commander Stefan Caron was the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard during the reign of King Aegon of the House Targaryen, who was known to be compassionate. Lord Commander Stefan was a well-respected swordsman, being one of the more capable members of the Kingsguard in its history. He died clutching at his heart at the age of 56. Hope at one point we'll have this White Book just completely full. As we grow the dynasty, we'll grow our Kingsguard. Let's have a look and see who should be appointed the new Lord Commander. The event will pop up at any point now. It's probably not Aaron, because he's a little young. Gerald, he doesn't have the command trait, which I like for my Lord Commanders. You know, that doesn't completely eliminate him, because he's a more experienced knight and whatnot, but we'll look at other guys and see if they do. He's a little young, and he has the flu, and he's not particularly good. Giles Westpoint is not a bad choice, to be fair. He's a good commander, a good warrior, inspiring and whatnot. Stafford Yu has cancer and is a drunkard and young. And finally, Tyget Greenfield. Yeah, I think we're going to give it to Giles Westpoint. Tyget could become Lord Commander at a point, as could Aaron Aller. I think Aaron Aller is poised to become Lord Commander at some point. He's really good. Now, can I look through my realm? Someone of my religion, because I realize that the Northerners just don't want it. Married, no, as well. Ruler, no, yeah. Okay, good. We'll sort by formidable fighters first. See if there's anyone formidable. There are a couple people. Sir Lucian Cargill and Sir Boris Blount. Now, Blounts are obviously a higher house. They're both really good fighters. I'm going to offer Lucian Cargill the offer first, since he is a commander, which I prefer for my Kingsguard members, and he's a little bit of a better fighter because he's older. So let's offer him. He has Sir Lucian Cargill has a concerned look when he receives your request. You do me a great honor, your grace, he says, but I fear I cannot give up the pleasures of women for a lifetime. I get it, dude, I understand. Me neither. Boris Blount. Let's see if you will. I'll hold lands of my own someday. My house needs me more than the realm. Okay, that's fine. Understandable. So neither of the formidable fighters wanted to join. I had a feeling they might feel that way. We can appoint Stefan Borel, who's a trained fighter and brave. A really good commander. Harris Hayford's an interesting option. Skilled fighter and brawny. Quentin Cohares. I really like that, actually. Though he is older. He's a lot older. But I mean, his wife has died. He's not going to get remarried at this age. He's got his 2 sons. Maybe Quentin joins as king. Let's give him the option. Let's try it. Yes, he did it. That's really nice. Sir Quentin Cohares kneels. Your grace, he said, it would be the highest honor to serve in your Kingsguard. There he is, Quentin, the Skull Knight, because his sigil's a skull. Yes. We need a new Lord Commander. I can actually make Quentin... Oh, should I? I think I should, despite him just being appointed. I trust him over any other of these men. I was going to give it to West Point, but I don't expect Stefan's going to be outliving West Point. I mean, he's 60 years old. He should die in the next, 5 or 10 years, maybe. Maybe he'll reach to 70. Usually they don't. Even if he reaches 70, Giles will only be 50 by then, so he'll still have time to serve as Lord Commander, probably. Yeah, Quentin Coharis, step forward. Lord Commander Quentin kneels before you to take up his new duty of leading the King's Guard, vowing anew to protect your person from all those who may harm you. Certain he'll be loyal and true. Yes, I am. I trust him. And now we need a new Master-at-Arms. Let's make it Brandon Stark, the heir to the North. Giving him a position on the council will only do to improve relations with these Starks. My liege, I believe one of your vassals can be discouraged. Ooh, the horse. I will pay him a visit on my dragon. I'll fly to Nedomont on your dragon in order to intimidate Lord Paramount Harwin Hoare. This has a higher chance of success than other options. I'm gonna do it. I don't think I've ever seen this option not succeeding. After arriving in Storm's End, the first day of the tourney began in earnest. You tilted against many lesser knights throughout the day, most of whom you unhorsed easily. Okay. I'll ready my horse. Ooh, here it is. Riding astride Balerion, you fly to pay Lord Paramount Harwin an unannounced visit. On arrival, you land on the highest tower of Black Blood. That's a really cool name. What is that? Is that your castle? Oh, that's really cool, actually. I'm a little jealous. Your dragon letting out a loud roar. Despite your obvious meaning, Lord Paramount Harwin hosted you grudgingly, making it clear without saying that he had no intention of ceasing hostile scheming. Just as I said, I'd never seen this not work. It doesn't work. Next time we visit, and maybe with Dragon Flame. He wasn't impressed by our dragons. You should be. Your father was fairly impressed by the end with them. Been drawn against Lord Gawain Monmouth. Break into a gallop. As you close in your opponent, you see an opening. You deftly guide your lance. Yep, hit. Ah, he's sent flying from his saddle. The crowd gives a great cheer. A fine hit, I must say. Been declared the winner. And I'm drawn against Sir Joffrey Kellington. So, break into a gallop. You deftly guide your lance. Hit. I'll knock him off next time. Hit. I'll knock him off next time. Oh, okay, that wasn't me. Stannis killed Sir Harwood Horp. Everyone was enjoying the fine display of jousting when Sir Harwood Horp and Lord Stannis Errol were paired up. In the last tilt, Sir Harwood did not fare well, as Lord Stannis' lance found a gap in the armor, gruesomely impaling him. With him in the dirt in a pool of blood, it was clear he would die. How unfortunate. Truly, the heir to Lockport, I'm sure Harlan won't be pleased with that. And they're not neighbors, but they're in the same kingdom. Luckily, he did have 3 sons to inherit after him. Beric, his son, is depressed, probably at the death of his father. But he is unmarried and is now the heir to Lockport. He has 2 other brothers, Ralph and Jerian. How unfortunate. Ooh, a hit. Fine hit, I must say. Sir Joffrey's unhorsed. Your Grace, your son Prince Aerion, is responding very well to my tuition. He has improved his skills and is advancing his knowledge every day. Your humble servant, Grand Maester Baelmar. Good news, more learning. He keeps improving his learning, which is good. So I unhorsed him. You can train Vakar. By forcing my son to fight, I made him a better man. However, he resents your insistence on training. Now, here's another thing I've just about realized. Vakar's 9, and he never had the coin flip event, because he has no traits. Just the little educational ones, which the coin flip doesn't cover it. So they gave it to Aerion, and he got a lunatic. I have seen the coin flip not trigger sometimes. I don't know if that's intentional, and maybe it's only supposed to trigger where it has like a percentage chance of triggering for a Targaryen, maybe? Or I don't know if it's just a glitch. But yeah, Vakar has not been given any coin flips, so we don't know if he's mad or great, but he has become Wroth from training, which is, again, he's looking very similar to his brother now. Conscientious, trained fighter, and Wroth. I mean, the only difference is he's haughty and a lunatic, and he's curious. Your Grace, news from Winterfell of a trial at court. Lord Adarian Flint was imprisoned by Torrin and stood accused of sedition and conspiracy against the realm. Lord Rickard Umber presided over the trial, during which the prisoner was ultimately found innocent of all charges and then released. Adarian the Spider. I have a feeling you were guilty, actually. Alaric Musgood and Sir Adam Brown, who were next to joust. After many tilts and broken lances, Sir Adam was unhorsed, leaving Alaric... Ooh, you're really good. I might keep you as a character of interest for the, Kingsguard at some point. See how well you do in this tourney. He's been unhorsed immediately by Lord Stannis Errol. Well, not impressed. And I'm drawn in the final against Stannis Errol. Whilst at the tournament, I was listening to some lesser lordling describe how he collected tithes from his serfs. As I listened, I realized he was giving his serf plenty of ways of avoiding giving their due. Kept this knowledge to myself, and I've gained 1 stewardship. Aegon just keeps getting better and better. As you close in on your opponent, you see an opening. You deftly guide your lance into strike whilst evading their charge. Hit. He almost fell, but managed to regain his balance. What are the gardeners doing? Hit. Why are they going? Are they trying to siege out land, maybe? Because his only land's Stonebridge. Why are they gathering up north? Knock him off again. Hit. I expertly struck him. Fine hit, I must say. Been declared the winner, defeating Lord Stannis Errol in a fine joust. None can beat me. Victory's mine. I've defeated all that have stood before me. No one capable of unhorsing me from my fine mount. I've claimed the winner's purse and the adulation of the gallery. Victorious. Great. Here we go. Your Grace, we've completed the latest expansion of the Red Keep. The castle upon Aegon's High Hill is becoming a mighty fortress. This is the first expansion, actually, I think. Isn't it? It's become small Stormlander Castle. Yeah. Yeah, that's the first one. Excellent work. Look at that. Look at the change immediately. Really like those events they added. So let's expand the Red Keep and the Royal Fleet, because we got money for both. Lady Paramount Argella's tourney is finally over, and it is now time to ride home. Having competed gamely in the lists, it was a fine competition. I've now won regional tourneys in the Vale and the Stormlands. Faith of the 7 rebels have risen up in Stilfen, led by a militant Septon. Oh, against the Greyjoys. Interesting. Could they succeed? No. No, they could not. Roland Darklyn has been caught by the Lord of Brindlewood, so he's going to be forced to cede council power. Meanwhile, the Red Forts are going to be defeated soon. My Master of Coin Alton has been hard at work in Dragonstone, increasing infrastructure and motivating the local people to work even harder. My lover accused me of loving my spouse, Queen Visenya, more than her. Rhaenys, you're both spouses. Just, I can't give you the title because we changed to the faith now. They're the same. 25% chance of having a fallout with Visenya if I give her an expensive gift. I can take her to my country manor for some quality time. 75% chance of gaining lustful and a 50% chance of a fallout with Visenya. Tell her that she's absolutely correct. 50% chance of cruel and honest. And we break our love affair off. I mean, I don't think any of these indicate any of these. I think he loves them both quite equally. That's clear from Aegon. So he'll buy her an expensive... He'll do what he can to not anger the other one. And I think that's just buying her a gift. He's not going to take her to the manor and shack up with her for like a week while Visenya's left alone either. So he'll just get her a gift to try to prove his love. Did we have a fallout? We didn't. Okay. Okay. We've averted the crisis of queens. They're going to go at it at some point. They're really getting angry. Can force Aerion to train. Training is evidently paying off. He's become a skilled fighter. Okay, he's 10 actually. Aerion, what are you good at? You're good at martial. Yeah, but what are these traits for? Shrewd, cynical, fashionable, diligent. So it's more of a diplomacy trait, I think. Conscientious is a stewardship trait. And that is a martial trait. Or it's spoken of as a martial trait when you select the focus, but it really doesn't develop martial at all. Like with any of them, I think they all work for intrigue. I might work him in martial, actually, because he's really good. You know what? Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do, actually. Because Aegon has 2 kids, he doesn't want to spend more time with one than the other. Obviously, they're from different mothers. They'll be educated by their mothers. So Aerion will be trained by Rhaenys, and Vhagar will be trained by Visenya. So that'll be similar to how the actual kids did it. And I think that's a fun way to maybe see if their personalities take a divergence, because right now they're very similar in terms of traits. But maybe with this guardianship by their mothers, we'll see a quick change to them. You are bent low over your war table, struggling to stay focused and to keep your eyes open. Why am I at a war table? What am I doing? When your wife, Queen Visenya, enters, she crosses the room and inspects the war table over your shoulder. Perhaps a fresh pair of eyes might prove helpful, dear husband. Perhaps you're right, Visenya, or you don't think I can handle this on my own? Sure, because this is probably a game anyways, because we're not at war. I'll give the new Lord of the Reach Warden of the South, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the other guy to end his war, because you are not doing well there. I can command myself to end a war? Oh no, go into hiding. Damn it. Come on. Command him to end it. And there you go. So that's put him at peace. Your wife has received an education in warfare like yourself, so she quickly grasped the nuances of the problem as you explain it. The two of you set to work, discussing and comparing troop compositions. Visenya is a most competent strategist. Within the hour, you've laid the groundwork for a promising solution. A brilliant idea, Visenya. Have you any additional suggestions? So, we got plus 20 from common interests. I get war knowledge, which gives me noble vassal minimum and max levies increase. Levy reinforcement rate also increases, so it's all benefits. I'm assuming there's a chance of that event failing and she's not of no help or something and it just goes negatives. What the hell? So the Arbor has got an Old Town for Janira. Who's Janira? And obviously it's a gardener, but the Reach is a mess. It is a for a Florent. Hell no. You insane? End that war. End that war right now. Of course he's obeyed. Doesn't want to get burned down. Here's another regional tourney. So we won the tourney of the Stormlands, the tourney of Storm's End. We won the tourney of the Eyrie, which is essentially the Vale. And now we get a tourney in Sunspear, so a tourney of Dorne. Cool that Aegon is basically winning a tourney in every region. Chance to prove my worth, for sure. Let's see if I can win it. Your grace, my mission to improve your good name has been a success. Harwin Hoare likes me more. Honestly, Rhaenys, he's the one guy I don't care if he likes me more. I really don't like them. Really don't. Did Orys beat the grayscale, or is he's just living with it? Okay. I was seated beside Sir Gedry at the feast, and although we'd never really talked before, we really hit it off. We ended up together in the garden with a couple of bottles of red wine from Lady Paramount Deria's well-stocked cellar. I think I've met a new friend, Sir Gedry. The commander of Dorne and a knight is my new friend. Let's invite him to my court. He'll join. Okay, so we'll have a Dornishman who's quite the good fighter. He could be my master-at-arms, or he could be my Kingsguard. A couple of options. Wouldn't have him replace the heir to the north. That'd be quite insulting. After arriving in Sunspear, the first day of the tourney began. You tilted against many lesser knights throughout the day, most of whom you unhorsed easily. Now in the coming days, the final round of lists begins, and the opposition shall surely be more fierce. Tourney Herald announces, yada yada. I'm against Commander Corinth of the Sand Ship. What's the Sand Ship? And I've unhorsed him. It's a shame. None can beat me. Lord Alan Illyrian of God's Grace. Oh, we know the Illyrians, for sure. In our last series, they just took all of Dorne. Deftly guide my lance. And I've unhorsed him. He's 15 years old, though. I don't think he's ready to fight Aegon the Conqueror. Or the Strong, I guess. He's not a conqueror in this reality. He's a unifier. Alan Illyrian has been unhorsed. There you go, our friend Gedry has joined us. I'll raise him. Should I raise him to nobility? Why not? Let's give him a note. Oh, I like that sigil. It's a really neat sigil. Old ones. What is that? Is he Rhoynar or something? No, he's... I guess it's because he's Dornish. He gets these portraits. Never really seen these. Now, I like the name Southmere. These are cool portraits. They seem very vanilla-y. Is this 2 swastikas? We don't want those. Those are no-nos. Definitely don't want those. I really like that. I don't know what it is. It's like some sort of cat. Tiger or something. A feline? Is it a lion? I don't know. We'll get that. Maybe it's a shadow cat. Maybe that's what a shadow cat is. On a white field. House Southmere. I like that. They look cool. So maybe, well, Sir Gedry is chased, so maybe he'll just join our Kingsguard at some point. It's possible. He's a good fighter. He's brave. He's a trained fighter. He's a duelist. So yeah, not bad. We've been drawn against Raymond Sourton. He's a craven, but he is brawny and a skilled fighter. We have hit him. Fine hit, I must say. And we've unhorsed him. None can beat me. Been drawn against Sir Eros. Steady. Okay, so Garrus Dane, I'm assuming, is in the finals. He's beaten Moors. So that's who we'll have to worry about if we can unhorse Sir Eros. I was at the tournament, and although I did not have an opportunity to distinguish myself in the melee, I was sitting around and listening to two knights plot together to advantage themselves in the next bout. I listened carefully to their plan, and I instantly saw the flaws. Intriguing. So I've gotten more intrigue. Hit. And there you go. We've unhorsed Sir Eros, which leaves me in the finals, which is with Dane. Yeah, Garrus Dane. Does he wield Dawn? No, he just has it. But he can't wield it because he's not good enough. Yeah, he has to be the Sword of the Morning, which I think means he has to be a formidable fighter. Don't hold me to that, though. Can Joffrey be Sword of the Morning? He's really good. Maybe he does have to be just a formidable fighter. Definitely guide my lance. I hit. Yes, and I unhorsed him immediately on the first tilt. I've won a tourney in each of the eastern regions now. Victorious again. All we gotta do is win a tourney in the Reach, the Westerlands, the Riverlands, the North. Well, the North doesn't hold tourneys, so really, 1, 2, and 3 left. And then I guess I could host one in King's Landing, maybe. Really cool stuff. It was a fine competition indeed. I can hold my own. Don't have money for it yet. I'm doing important things right now. Still have to construct a flagship, probably build myself some armor from a smith, because we have swords and whatnot, but always be nice to get some extra armor for the king. And obviously we need to see that the dragons expand. So far we've not gotten much with that. Balerian's not had an egg. The only egg has been Meraxes, and as we know, you don't have another one. It went to my son Aegon, who's not tried to hatch it yet. He's still got it. He's still got it. So he hasn't failed to hatch it. He's just not tried, which is good. But not good that he doesn't have the dragon, but good that he hasn't failed at it. Visenya doesn't have an egg, right? Yeah, no, Vhagar died a while ago. What am I thinking? We should rejoice as winter comes to an end. It is warming as winter comes to an end in Dragonstone. Great. It's the end of winter. We hardly knew ye. Oh, so here's the coin trait, the coin flip event, and it's going for Samela and not for Vhagar. Madness and greatness are two sides of the same coin, and every time a new Targaryen is born, the gods toss the coin in the air, and the world holds its breath to see how it lands. Child could be great. She got diligent. I think that's probably one of the worst great traits you can get. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the beneficial traits you get from the coin flip are diligent, for sure, genius. Attractive, I think, is one of them. And I don't think there's any other. I think it's only those three. So attractive might be worse than diligent, I guess. Yeah, I think there's a lot more madness traits. Like you get lunacy, wrath. No, pride's not one of them. You get lunacy, you get wrath, you get is that it? Is the coin flip that blank, actually? I thought there was a lot of options. She's become diligent. Obviously, soon Aegon will come of age, and we'll have to give him Dragonstone. So that should be cool to make our son the Prince of Dragonstone. Here we go. Your Grace, you've completed the latest upgrades to the fortifications of King's Landing. Many people flock to the city as a consequence for its safety and prosperity. So we're gaining large Stormlander keeps all around. These castles are improving massively. Expect the city of King's Landing will be much better. Does it have gold cloaks yet? No. But I can build the gold cloaks barracks when I have 262 gold. I'll want to do that. Obviously, you want the gold cloaks. I mean, duh. So cool. It is warming as winter comes to an end in King's Landing. Let's do this first, though, when I have money. King Aegon, I hereby invite you. Oh, a tourney in Bramsford. That's below me. I'm doing regional tourneys, Chelstead. Regional. I'm in the regionals right now. Don't have time for that. Gedry? Gedry Southmere. have to figure out something that would do with you. Yeah, I'm gonna end this episode. Ooh, wait. How did I... okay, well... I guess Oris is dead. He's died of his grayscale at age 34. His wife is widowed, so she actually did love him. He had a single son, Daemon Baratheon, who is an ugly kid. He's 4. He's 4 years old. His vassals do kind of like him. They don't love him either. His regent is Lord Frey, so there could be some issues in the Riverlands, but we'll protect Daemon. We'll try to keep House Baratheon going. Maybe he'll be smarter than his dad and take an actual keep instead of ruling from Atlanta. Because if not, I mean, I can't do much to help him be deposed, really. I can't even revoke their titles for him. I can't. Can I revoke at all? No, I can't. So yeah, I mean, there's a new lord in the Riverlands, and I guess we're ending this episode here. We're becoming a little regional tourney master, meanwhile. New Baratheon lord. The Reach has a new lord, as we finish that rebellion. And they're in a bit of chaos. Every vassal seems to want to rebel. Yeah, only 2 of them like the gardeners, so they have to be more careful. It's peacetime, but it's very twitchy peacetime. It feels like if Aegon were to die, things would just break apart. He is a man that the people admire. Everyone likes him, so he's going to keep the realm at peace probably throughout his whole reign, unless there's like another plot like there was with Mern. But yeah, we need to... In the next episode, we'll probably have Aerion age up. He'll probably age up quite a bit more. Maybe become Prince of Dragonstone in the next one. We have to check how the dragons go. I don't think there's anything I can encourage them to have more eggs. I mean, not much I can do. Aerion can hatch his at some point. Yeah, aside from that, just wait and go through peacetime. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, do like and subscribe. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.